When the devil finished, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done. Fire on the mountain, run, boys, run. The devil's in the house of the rising sun.
Reinforcement module, when constructed and in the proximity of a deployed Sunday, will make it a map-wide spawn available to that Sunday only when the enemy outnumbers you. If placing to cover an already deployed Sunday, make sure the small circle of coverage includes the Sunday. They can't be very far from the Sunday to work. They also have a large area in which no other reinforcement module can be constructed. So, again, choose your spot wisely. Glaive IPC, or ion cannon, is a very potent weapon if properly used. Its purpose is the targeting of shields and small damage besides. They are sensitive to turret placement proximity. They must have ample cordium and an AI module to work. They have a 500-yard firing distance, so total range, 500 yards that is, so not that far. Faction banners are decorative, but can be used quite effectively as a tactical defense tool. More on that later. Blast walls are considerably weaker walls, but still effective tools in numerous places. They too can be placed rather deep into cliffs, the ground, or stand quite tall. If properly placed, they will be used to they can be used to continue a wall that infantry cannot walk between. However, they can see and shoot between them. More on that later in tactical. Vehicle ramps, another widely underestimated structure. Sure, they can be used for fun jumps, but they offer a lot of other great uses. However, again, that is tactical. More on that later. Lastly, one error that can be made with these structures, more than any other really, is you can place them so deep into the ground or into a hill that you're unable to get close enough to the point where the deconstruction gun can tear it down. So be careful, you might get stuck with it otherwise. Vehicle ammo dispersal structures only provide ammo to ground-based vehicles within a small radius, so place them where vehicles can easily reach them. Light air terminals offer a landing pad, and a little ways above it aircraft are spawned. Sunderer garages are actually a structure you need to be wary of. It's typically best to use it as an alternative to the much larger gate shield. You can place structures inside or a deployed Sunday. However, these structures oftentimes offer more benefit to the enemy than strengthen your base, especially if placed anywhere other than as a gatehouse. More of that in tactics. Unless I am mistaken, this concludes all the necessary basic knowledge for all construction objects currently released. I may add additional videos in the future that would continue this section if necessary under a title continuing, for example, Part 4.1. However, of the updates not yet released, Orbital Strike may be coming out soon. And if it does, it will be costly in cordium to use. It will appear visible on the whole map like a hive. It will It will very slowly increase its range over time, and it has a pretty wide range, and it has a long period of time between shots fired, and if you're lucky enough to use it, the devastation is utterly absolute within a considerable range. It is many times stronger than the explosion of an active hive. A single shot could wipe out a majority of most bases or kill an entire enemy advance. Needless to say, this will be a very dangerous weapon, but also one that will be hard to keep up long enough to use.
Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, 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 and if you smoke yourself to death, tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate that you hates to make him wait. You've gotta have another cigarette.